Good YouTube. Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there for show. And we're going to be talking about the Denver Nuggets beating the Chicago Bulls 136 to 120. The Bulls go to 24 and 29 and 15 and 12 at home. The Nuggets go to 34 and 19, 20 and 9 on the road. Denver won the first quarter 39 and 36. They did lose that second quarter 29 to 20, meaning they was trailing going into halftime. 39 to 38. Chicago also beat them in the third, but they waited to the last minute to get blown out. 39 to 16 in that fourth quarter, meaning they really wasn't competition in that one. But at the same time, the Nuggets ain't complaining. They got the win. And everybody in the starting lineup scored in double figures in points. Cam Johnson back. 27 minutes, 14 points. 6 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. Really good scoring from him. He's starting to get that shooting back before he went down. It's good that it continued to roll over into this game. And he did a good job of scoring everywhere else. 4 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnover, 2 personal fouls, and a plus 21 and plus minus. Nikola Jokic, 33 minutes, 22 points. He basically dictated their entire game. And he has the ability to do that. And he did it real good in this one. He went 7 of 12 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 14 rebounds, 17 assists, a triple-double. He makes it look too easy sometimes, and this was another example of that in this game. He also got 4 blocks. You see Jokic get a block or 2. You don't really see him get 4, but he did it in this one. He also had 1 steal, 3 offensive rebounds, and 2 personal fouls. It was a plus 36 and plus minus. Jamal Murray getting harder and harder to guard. And he played 31 minutes, had 28 points. That was the most on the team. He went 11 of 18 from the field. He took the most shots on the team. He went 4 of 9 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 11 assists. That's a double-double. 3 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 1 personal foul, a 0 and plus minus. I like what he was able to go out there and do basically this entire season, just like Jokic. When they're healthy, they're basically impossible to guard and impossible to defend. They play so well off of each other. They're so tough to guard individually, too. And when you do give them a lot of attention, they just hurt you with the pass. Jokic did it all game, and Murray did, too. Christian Braun is back, healthier, 32 minutes, 10 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and a plus 20 and plus minus. Julian Strawther, 33 minutes. That ended up being the most on the team. He ended up having 19 points. He went 7 of 14 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He can hit those open looks if you give it to him. And he's a good guy that understands where he needs to be at and how to attack, whether he has the ball or he's off the ball. He had 5 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 3 personal fouls, and was a plus 14 and plus minus. Zeke Naji played 2 minutes. He missed his only shot, though. He had 1 rebound, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and was a minus 5 and plus minus. His only rebound was offensive. Dayron Holmes played 1 minute. He didn't do anything but finish as a minus 2 and plus minus. It's hard to do anything in a minute. Jonas Valanciunas came off the bench and gave them what they expected. Efficient scoring and a little bit of rebounding. 13 minutes, 10 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 0 of 3 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and a block. 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and a minus 15 and plus minus. Tim Hardaway Jr., 29 minutes, 23 points. He ended up scoring the most points off the bench and had the most shot attempts, too. He went 6 of 11 from the field, even got an and 1 3 to go down. And he finished 3 of 8 from 3 and 8 of 12 from the free throw line. You usually don't see Tim Hardaway Jr. get a lot of free throws, especially 12. But tonight was the night where he did. They just didn't know how to guard him. They just didn't know how to stop him. They just didn't know how to stay in front of him. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, and plus 9 and plus minus. Even Bruce Brown got off the bench and played the most minutes, which was 31. He finished with double figures because he got 10 points. He had to go 3 or 5 from the field, 1 or 2 from 3, and 3 or 4 from the free throw line to do it. He ain't complaining, neither is the Nuggets, because he also had 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 turnover, 3 steals in the block, getting it done on both ends of the court. 3 offensive boards, 3 personal fouls, and a +8 and +-. Jalen Pickett, 8 minutes. He ended up missing his only shot, which was a 3. He also had no turnovers. 1 personal foul was a -6 and +-. The Chicago Bulls ended up getting in the game and winning the game at one point, but they just couldn't keep it going. Every one of their starters ended up scoring in double figures. Gershon Yabusele, 26 minutes, 12 points. He got hooked up on that 3, but he did end up making 4 of them out of 10. But he didn't do good making the 2-pointers. He finished 4 of 13 from the field because of that. He did have 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. 3 personal fouls and was a -5 and +-. Isaac Okoro played 26 minutes. He had 13 points. He went 5 of 11 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Of course, he can make the wide open looks, get out in transition, hit a 3 every once in a while, and he might even hit a layup. He did have 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal foul, was a -14 and +-. Matas Buzelis, 30 minutes, 21 points. That was the most on the team tonight, offensively, scoring-wise. He also went 7 of 13 from the field, which means he didn't miss much in this game, but he did go 4 of 8 from 3 and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He just had a good team mentality. He did a good job playing off of his teammates too, which is something you have to do for good, high efficient shots. He did have 8 boards. That ended up being the most on the team. He had 3 assists, 3 turnovers, and a steal, 3 personal fouls, and a -19 and +-. Anthony Simons went from coming off the bench for the Celtics to starting for the Bulls. He played 32 minutes and had 15 points. He went 5 of 15 from the field and 3 of 10 from 3. Didn't shoot as well as you would hope, or didn't play as well as you think he should have. It happens. You know, you have some games like this with the Celtics, but you just hope you have more of them that's not like this. Is all you can want. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds. He did have 6 assists and no turnover. That's probably the best thing he did tonight. He did have 2 offensive boards out of the 4, 3 personal fouls, and was a -6 and +-. Jaden Ivey, he's going to take the 3. He's going to drive. He went 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. It worked out because he got 10 points and he got 6 boards. He also was able to give him 3 assists and 2 steals. And then he ended up having 3 turnovers, 2 offensive rebounds out of the 6, and 4 personal fouls. And he was a -27 and +-. Patrick Williams played 20 minutes and had 8 points. He went 3 of 4 from the field, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, and a steal. All of his rebounds also was offensive. He was a -2 and +-. It's good to see him knocking down the 3 and trying to find his teammates at the same time when he can. Leonard Miller, 3 minutes. He ended up scoring 0 points. He didn't attempt any shots or any free throws, but he did get a steal and no personal fouls and was a +2 and +-. Nick Richard, he was good in the paint, but he did hit a 3. I mean, 1 of 1 from 3, 5 of 8 from the field, and finished with 15 points in 19 minutes. He also went 4 of 5 from the free throw line. He had the most rebounds off the bench with 7. That's something he's going to have to keep doing when he's out there on the basketball court, and hopefully he does. But he also got a steal in the block. They're going to want him to play a little bit of defense. He already got traded the last 2 years, so he's going to want to make an impression on the Bulls that they should want to keep him. That's all he can try to do. 3 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, a -13 and +-. Aldridge, 3 minutes. He ended up getting 0 field goals and free throws attempted, so he finished with no points. He also had no turnovers and no personal fouls and was a +2 and +-. Colin Sexton, 29 minutes. That ended up being the most off the bench. He also had 17 points. That was the most off the bench. He also took the most shots off the bench, which was 14. And he ended up going 6 of 14 from the field. 1 of 5 from 3 didn't help much either. But he did also go 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He did have 4 rebounds. I mean, not 4 rebounds. 4 assists, 4 turnovers, and 3 rebounds. 1 offensive out of that, 3 rebounds, and 4 personal fouls. -7 and +-. He didn't play his best, but he also didn't play bad or terrible. So I guess you got to take that for a guy that's just trying to figure things out now. Rob Dillingham, 22 minutes, 9 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3. from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He ended up having some crazy misses, but he also made a couple baskets too. He had 4 assists, and he's still figuring out how to play against NBA defenses. He ended up getting 3 turnovers, and he also had 1 steal with the 3 boards. One of them was offensive and 2 personal fouls. And he finished as a +9 and plus minus. 92 field goals for the Bulls, 45%. 85 field goals for the Nuggets, 58% is what they shot. 33 three-pointers taken by the Nuggets, 48%. 51 three-pointers taken by the Bulls, they shot 39%. 33 free throws taken by the Denver Nuggets, 67% for them is what they shot. 20 free throws taken by the Bulls, 90% for them. 37 rebounds for the Bulls, 41 for the Nuggets. 25 assists for the Bulls, 37 for the Nuggets. 16 turnovers for the Bulls, 13 for the Nuggets. 9 steals for the Bulls, 7 for the Nuggets. 3 blocks for the Bulls, 7 for the Nuggets again. And then 12 offensive rebounds for the Bulls, 11 for the Nuggets. 25 defensive rebounds for the Bulls, 30 for the Nuggets. And then 24 personal fouls for the Bulls. 23 free throws attempted. I would say 22 is what they made out of 33. The Nuggets did, but they did shoot a significantly amount more than the Bulls. I would say 13 more free throws attempted, even though they didn't make a great percentage of them. It just showed you how hard it was for them to guard the Nuggets throughout this game, because they shot 58% from the field, 48% from 3, and shot 33 free throws total. Man, it was a disaster out there for the Bulls defensively, but they're not the only team that's been having trouble with the Nuggets. Everybody has. Even when they lose, it's tough to beat them. But that just show you how to build a great team and how to play together as a team. Some teams got talent, they just don't know how to get it done. And this team has it done, on paper. And they have it done when it comes to play style and knowing how to play together and keeping teams on they trap you sometimes. You feel like you did it good, then somebody got a layup. You think you did good, then somebody eating a 3. You feel good, and you're getting stripped, or you're getting blocked, and next thing they getting layups, they're getting 3s. The Nuggets do so many things well that it's hard to beat them in certain areas, and it's hard to do it throughout the whole 4 quarters. That's why they've been one of the better teams in the league, even with all the injuries. And the Bulls, I don't really expect them to win too much, because they got a lot of new players that are still trying to find their fit with this team, because they just got them. So the book is going to be different. Obviously, they got different plays. They got different teammates. They're still professional, so they expected to go out there and play their best, which is fair. But at the same time, losses might come with that. They probably understood that when they made all these moves to get all these guards and things like that. And they also got a couple bigs that are playing out of position or doing different things and they aren't quite used to at this point. But at the same time, that's why you got to make those moves earlier, or you got to make those moves now, because now at this point, they might as well just try to focus on losing, just to be honest with you, because this team really don't make much sense to me when you look at this roster and all the talent that they have. It looks like they putting a lot of people on trial. Let's try out this guy. Let's try out this guy. Let's see if this guy can do this. Let's see if he can do that. Let's see what he can do without these players, or what he can do with these type of players. And if they're going to play that type of game, it ain't going to work when it comes to wins. But it'll work to see who you want to keep and who you don't, and who you want to invest in and who you don't. Which makes sense, when you come into a point where you want to rebuild and retool to be a playoff team again in the future. They still got a lot of young pieces. They still got a lot of guys developing and trying to understand how to, be successful in the NBA, which is hard and a difficult thing to do, of course. And that's why I think that the Bulls are going to be losing a little bit more by the end of this season compared to them being a borderline playoff team throughout this season. And we'll see if I'm right. We'll see if I'm wrong, but you never really know. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Hit that notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.